Good morning. Welcome to Brazos FiberWorks episode 4. I am Jennifer. I am the owner and dyer behind Brazos FiberWorks. I do have a website. It is brazosfiberworks.com. You can find me on Facebook at Brazos FiberWorks and also on Instagram at Brazos FiberWorks. I am so happy that you came along with me today. I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm sorry for the dogs. They're playing. But where was I? If you are new here, welcome. I know I have some new subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy this. This is going to be a little bit talking about finished objects, works in progress, a little news about the DFW Fiber Fest that I went to on Friday, and yeah. So on this channel, I'm going to talk about knitting, crochet, spinning, maybe into the future some sewing and weaving. But today I believe I just have some knitting projects, a crochet project, and to talk about all the little fun and good things that I got at DFW Fiber Fest. Sorry again about the dogs. Hey, they're moving the camera. I live here in North Central Texas with my husband, my son, my daughter when she's home from college, our dogs who you are listening to, Belle and Maverick, and our bunny Corey. Sorry, they're just making so much noise. Hey, hey, hey. Shh. Maverick, hey, come here. This is Maverick. He is just full of energy. He's not quite a year old. He is a multi-poo. Say hi. Can you say hi? You're making so much noise. Yeah, you're just so noisy. All right. So let's first start off by talking about finished objects. So I don't really have a lot of finished objects. I think I got one pair of socks done, and I will show a picture of it. Unfortunately, I had to give that to my mother-in-law because she wanted me to make a pair of socks for her friend and get those off to her. So I don't have them anymore, but I will put a picture up here. And the yarn that I used was from Freckled Whimsy in her Spells and Things. I think it was year 3 monthly subscription that her year 3 ended in this month in September. And the colorway was Norberta. And it is her self-striping yarn. It was an 8 color repeat. And it is on her Serendipity base. That is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's a 4-ply yarn. And I've got that for the last year and I love it. So yes, and so since I don't have the sock, I'll go ahead and talk about it. I used the pattern in most of my socks. Sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. I used the pattern in most of my socks from K of the Crazy Sock Lady. It's just her vanilla sock pattern. And so I used, I did 15 rows on the cuff, the 2x2 rib. I did 60 rows on the leg, and then I did the heel, and yes, I did that. But I did it instead of normally I knit socks in 64 stitches. That one was a 72 stitch, and the foot was a little bit shorter than what I usually do, but I did do my heels, toes, and cuff in the little mini skein that came with that sock set. So yeah, I gave this to my mother-in-law, and I believe she sent those off to her friend. I'm not sure if she got them yet or not, but yeah, I love to knit socks for other people. And I love to knit socks just because I get them done. It's a process thing. I feel like I've got something accomplished. I believe that is the only works in progress. The only finished object I have gotten done in the last 2.5 weeks. And I do apologize. It has been 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks since my last episode. But I did put a video up about the 20 plus patterns for Advent knitting. So if you're getting any Advent boxes this season and you don't know what to knit, go ahead and check that video out. It is under my videos under Brazos FiberWorks. And while we're talking about that, I do have Advent still in the shop. So I do have the 12-day Advent and the 24-day Advent, and you can either get those by themselves or with some goodies. And yes, those are still available if you would like to go check those out. And if you haven't gotten an Advent yet, I would be more than happy for you to get that one. It is my first year doing it, but I'm having so much fun. And let's start talking about works in progress. So this one is in a bag from Knitting Unicorns in a Homespun House. I do have quite a bit of bags from these, but I love this one. It's really thick and it has a pocket inside. But I'm a part of Homespun House Patreon, and so with my contribution, I get 3 10-gram mini skeins each month. And so I started on this granny square blanket with all of the 10-gram minis. And so I forgot to show this on the last one. And I believe these were the 3 colors from last month. This month should be coming anytime soon and I can add those, but I am just having this be my Homespun House blanket. And it's not really from a pattern. There is a YouTube tutorial on it, and I will put it down below and attach that. But yeah, it's really cute, and it's just a work in progress. It's gonna be a work in progress for a while, but I'm okay with that. And I'm trying to decide, I don't know. I did get Molly from a Homespun House Christmas Advent for this coming year. And I'm not sure. I think I want to leave the Advent calendar for a whole separate project. And so, because I had debated, do I want to add it to this blanket or not? And I guess that just depends on what project I decide to do and if I have yarn left over for it. But yeah, we'll make that decision when that comes and I figure out what I'm gonna do. So yeah, all right. This project is my knitted tank top by Wannipa Yunker. And it's been a few months. I just really started going on it and making some real progress. I have about 1.5 to 2 inches left on the body, and then I will do the ribbing. But here is what it looks like so far. Since my last episode, this is how far I have come. See, I have made some great progress on that. And then I put a little stitch marker in here. I don't know if you can see that because it's black. And when I hit 3 inches, that's when I can start doing the bind off. I tried it on the other day and it was not long enough, so I needed to go with a few more inches. But aren't these super cute? I got these in a Homespun House kit. I don't know if you can see those. A while back. I think around like Easter time. Super cute stoppers. And so yeah, and the yarn that I used for that one is these Cascade yarns. It is a cotton silk blend. It doesn't have a color name, it's just a dye lot. So, but I'm hoping, I have like half the skein left, and I'm hoping I have enough for everything. If not, I'll have to get some more. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, sorry. That was in a bag that I used to carry in my Etsy shop. And it has a little cute pattern inside. I'm going to get back into making bags and putting them in the shop. I'm hoping to start that this coming month. I went to Joann's a couple weeks ago and picked out some material for that. And I think I'm going to I'll show you the material for it that I picked up. At least this is the start. Sorry for the crinkling. But let's see. You guys all, well, you may not know, I love anything with old trucks. And so I picked out this for the outside, and then some pine cones for the inside. So I'm gonna make some bags with that. And then I got these cute material, and then I'm going to do this one inside of that. So yeah, I'm hoping to get those up within the next month. Get my sewing machine out, figure out where I'm gonna put it. That's gonna be the fun part. But yeah. All right, so getting back into the whips. My next work in progress is in another homespun house knitting unicorns bag. And this is, I believe, my pumpkin spice colorway. And this is the mini skein. These are available in my shop in sock sets, or you can just get the skein alone. And I did finish one sock. And I'm loving these colors. They turned out so pretty. I still need to knit up a pair of socks in my Leaves Are Falling colorway. So those will probably come soon, but I only have one sock done, and that is in the same pattern from Cave the Crazy Sock Lady, her vanilla sock pattern. And I did, let me take that back out. It's a 64 stitch cast on. I did 15 rows of the rib. I did 60 rows in the leg, and then I did my normal 7.5 till I get to the toe. So yeah, I'm loving those colors. And yes, I do have a couple left in the shop. So if you would like to grab one of those, head over there. And I believe this is kind of my last work in progress. So I have another one, but we'll talk about this one first. This is another Knitting Unicorns homespun house bag. And this is my sock set colorway, is called Halloween Carnival. It's pretty colors, and this is the mini skein that you can get with the sock set, or just get the skein by itself. These are in the shop also. And this one I knit up in Kay the Crazy Sock Lady's Austin Socks pattern. So it has a little pattern on the top. I did 15, it's a 64 stitch cast on. I did 15 rows of the 2x2 ribbing. I followed the pattern on here, so I can't remember if it's 60 stitches or not. And then I did 7.5, my normal, and then a toe on the foot. But yeah, I love the way this color turned out. And I do have a couple skein sock sets left of these in my shop also. And my sock yarn is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. All of my sock set bases right now are that, and it is a 4-ply yarn. Okay, got a fresh new battery in there and ready to roll, get back into things. So we were talking about works in progress, and I do have another works in progress. It is one of the patterns that I talked about on my 20 plus patterns that would be great for advent calendars. Sorry, I'm just gonna grab the paper. It is the Sweet Shot Blanket by Laura Penrose. It is super cute. So you can either do it in the 2 different colors each square, or you can do it as one single one. And I did start knitting it in one single one. I have 2 squares done, and I will show you a black and white photo of the 2 that I got done. So I was playing around with my mini skeins that are going to be in this year's advent, and so those are the 2 that are in that blanket. So I can't show you the colors because it's got to be a surprise, but that is another blanket that I have started. Yes, I love blankets, and yeah, I'm sitting here staring at it, but I can't show it. So let's see. So this last weekend was the DFW Fiber Fest, and it ran from Thursday to Sunday. I could only get off Friday of work, and so my husband and I drove up there and went to check it out. So we went to the market part of it, and we're shopping, and we ran into Knitty Knotty, and I will put a picture here of, my husband took a picture of me and her, and she is so lovely. She is so sweet, and we met her and her husband Kent, and they were videoing and stuff, so I didn't want to take up too much of her time, but oh my gosh, that was the highlight of my day. I got to meet her, and yeah. So, and I did get to meet some other people in booths, and I will talk about that when I go through their things, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of stuff that I picked up when I was there. I just want to talk about, I know like some of my episodes I have been uploading, they have like the volume, I feel like it just gets too much of the volume, or it gets too much of, it's too loud, and so I'm constantly having to change it. But I think because I'm changing different pieces of it, it's going like high and low and everything, and so I may have to get a microphone and add on here so that I can help with that, because I don't want that to be an issue and why people just don't want to watch the episode. So anyway, let's get back into talking about DFW Fiber Fest and what I picked up in the market. So to be honest, I didn't buy a whole lot of yarn. We made our first pass through it, and I bought some things, but I wanted to be able to go back around. And I love my husband. He is very supportive, and like, he had a great time, but I didn't want to just keep going up and down the aisles continuously, because I know he would be like, are you done yet? So I just made him go for like 2.5 passes, and then we left. But I'm hoping like next year and the years to come, I can actually go take some classes. I would love to have a booth there. But just be able to go for the whole weekend and kind of enjoy it and get to like really spend time meeting the other vendors and stuff. But anyhow, I'm going to talk about the items that I got. So you might hear some crinkling, and I'm sorry for that. So one of the booths that were there is the company is FiberLady. And I met the husband of FiberLady, and apparently they have a shop in Louisville, which is a couple hours from me, but they were telling me about how he has a machine in the back that he makes yarn from, and he loves it when people come in there and he gets to show them that side of it. And I was like, wow, I would love to come and see that. And so hopefully sometime soon I can go up there and check that out and see that experience, because I love to learn. When I get into a hobby, I love to learn everything about it. So of course, when I started knitting and crocheting years ago, I wanted to know how yarn is made. How do I make yarn? And I went down that rabbit hole, and that's why I spin. But that's not just why I spin. Spinning is so therapeutic to me. It is a great stress reliever, just as knitting is. And to be honest, I haven't done a whole lot of spinning lately. I do need to get back into that because I have a lot of fiber. And I'm hoping to get my fiber stash video up sometime in the near future. But let's get back to this. So when I went to the FiberLady's booth, I was really going in to look at... All right, so today we are having camera issues. First my battery died, and then my SIM card was full, so I had to go in and delete those. So I'm not sure where it left off, but I will go ahead, and we were talking about DFW Fiber Fest, and I was talking about FiberLady. But while we were looking, so I was looking for a booth to find some chalgoo needles. So I was hoping to get the skein of yarn that I bought there, sorry, wound into a ball so that I could start knitting something on the way home. Not that I didn't already have projects with me in the car, but I like to start, you know, on new things. And so I knew I had seen somebody in there that had needles. And so we walked and walked all around until we found, and that's where we ran into the FiberLady booth. So I picked up some chalgoo needles, some 9-inch circulars, and at the store. So I was really wanting that. But then they had some bamboo fiber that I believe it was like, I want to say it was like, I don't know. It was some certain money for, I don't know if it was an ounce or a little under an ounce. But anyhow, I bought some bamboo fiber to mix in with some bats. So I got that color. I got some green. I got some purple. And some different colors of orange. I thought that would be pretty fall. I got some purple, or some other kind of purple. It's a lighter purple than the other one. And can you see that? Yeah, this fun green color. So I bought some of that. Those are only two things that I got there. And then, let me see. I have a card from the second one. Oh, this is their card also. And then I found a booth called the Chicken Coop at DYEWORKS. It was, I met the owner. She was a very sweet lady. And she had, I don't know if that's focusing. She had a whole bunch of DK mini skeins, and I had told my husband for sure I wanted to find a few DK mini skeins so I could add to my sweet shop blanket. And so I picked up these two colors. I don't have a colorway. There was just a bunch of colors she had in a bucket, and I picked those two out. And those are, yeah, DK mini skeins. 20-gram mini skeins. And then there was a couple ladies who have their own fiber mill, and I believe it's in Texas. On here it doesn't have, but I'm pretty sure it's, I want to say it was like in northern Texas, but if you can See that? It's called Winterstrom Farm Ranch, and they had a bunch of mohair locks, all different colors. And so she said you can get an ounce, and it was like $6.50 for the ounce. And the reason she was able to do it at that price is because they actually do everything in-house there. So she gave me as like a gallon Ziploc bag, and she was like, go ahead and fill this, but you're gonna have to stuff it. It really takes a lot to get an ounce. And so like I started like picking colors, and she said, oh no, you're gonna have to get way more than that. So 2 Ziploc bags later of all these super fun mohair lock colors. I can't wait to blend these. It took 2 Ziploc bags to get an ounce. Crazy, crazy. So I'm super excited to look forward to doing something with those. I was really hoping, because at past DFW Fiber Fest, they have had booths that had drum carters and spinning wheels. Not that I needed another spinning wheel, but drum carters. I was hoping to find a bigger one there, and there wasn't anybody there that had them. So I was kind of disappointed in that, but it is what it is. Maybe I just didn't need it, not the right time. I really don't know if I would have bought it anyways. I might have, but. So then so when we first got there, the first booth that I went into, let's see, was Whimzees Stitches. And the guy there was super nice. I believe it was Rick that was there that I met. And really nice guy. And I've been wanting a project bag that had the clear plastic that you could see through. So I love llamas. I love a lot of things, but I love llamas. And I found this bag. Super cute. I believe it's just going to be able to hold like 1 skein. So great for socks. It comes with this handle, but I loved this. So like I said when I showed that material, I love old trucks. And he had a bag that was a fall old truck bag, the pattern bag. And I really wanted it, but I wanted it with clear, and he didn't have it, so I didn't buy it. It's a cute, cute pattern, but I really didn't want another regular one. I really wanted a one with a clear, but I do love old trucks. I love llamas. So I got that, and then I also got this skein. I thought this was so pretty, such a pretty fall color. And it's on his standard sock base. It is a 70% superwash merino, 30% nylon, 4-ply yarn, and it's called I'm a Smutty Pumpkin. But those pretty, pretty colors. And then I got a little cute little heart stitch marker. So yeah, that's what I got from there. And then, I don't know if you've seen Knitty Knotty's recent video when she went to Leading Men Fiber Arts studio. And if you haven't checked that out, which I'm sure most people have, but if you haven't, check out Knitty Knotty's YouTube channel and check out the Leading Men Fiber Arts video that she just did. She went in there and videoed, they did dye lots and they tell about their story. But I had first heard about Leading Men Fiber Arts from Amber Yarn Hoarder years ago. She used to knit a bunch of socks with their yarn, and I really wanted to buy something from them, but I just didn't want to buy like just another skein for socks because I feel like I have a lot of those. So they had a bunch of DK mini skeins, and so I thought, okay, let's go look over there. Well, what you might not know about me is I love to watch Street Outlaws on the Discovery Channel, and I watched it for years when it started with the 405, and my favorite driver is Ryan Martin, and he drives the Fireball car. And so when I was looking at mini skeins, I saw this one, and it's called Fireball. So that sold me. I was like, oh honey, I have to get that one. It's called Fireball. So I picked up that. I can add to my sweet shop blanket. And let's see. The only other thing that I did buy was I have been wanting a yarn swift. I'll show you a picture here of it. I'll put together. It's I still have it in the bag that it came in, and this is the Oregon Woodworker is what their business is called. Sweet older couple owns it. They've been doing it, I believe she said 15 or 20 years. And they do them all in different kinds of wood. Like they have redwood. I can't remember all of them, but they're like luxury. But I just bought the regular wood in the large size. I've always wanted one. I've always put it on my Christmas list, and my husband just never pays attention to it, because when we walked up to that booth, I said, oh, these are the ones that I always put on my Christmas list that you never get me. And he was like, what? I don't remember seeing those. And I was like, it's literally on my list every year. And so we got the card because my husband, I think, was going to maybe like a Christmas gift, but the lady in talking about it, she was like, okay, which one would you like? And I just didn't have the heart to tell her that we were gonna wait. So we went ahead and got one. And I have an umbrella swift, and that's the one I've had for years, but I really wanted this one. So especially like when I dye my self-striping yarn, I can wind it on there, and then depending on the size of the skeins, and it doesn't put as much tension on your yarn. So I did buy one of those. It's still in the thing. I will put a video or a picture in of it all put together and show you that. Sorry, the dogs are at it again. But yeah, so that is all of my, hey. Let's see, this is, oh, my other dog. This is Belle. This is my Maltese. She's my girl. She's my girl. Oh, I know. You don't want to play with Maverick right now, do you? Okay. So, that is it for DFW Fiber Fest. I do have fall sock sets in my shop for a little shop news. I do have the Advent kits like I talked about earlier. There is still some of those left. I will probably only leave those up for another few weeks before I take them off, and those won't be available because time's just running out to dye however many I need. But some life news. I've been super busy this past few weeks. I don't even know what with. I mean, I work 40 hours a week and I'm off 2 days. And I tried to get dyeing done or videos up in those 2 days that I'm off. And yeah, so I've been pretty busy. My husband and I are going up to Oklahoma to go camping this weekend. I am so excited to get away for 4 days and just be in nature and knit, of course, relax. So that will be super fun. I've got to get ready for that. I literally don't have a day off before we leave, and I need to wash clothes and yeah, get the motorhome ready. But I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you have some fun holiday plans coming up. I'll probably put a video up. I really want to do a video of different projects that you can do with just a single skein of yarn, that's fingering weight yarn, sorry, that's not just socks. And that way, if you have a bunch of skeins, maybe there's other options out there instead of just socks that would be fun. So I really want to do that. That will probably happen next week. And let's see, what else was I? Oh, I do. So with the shop, I do have a new monthly subscription that is starting. It's going to be a fingering weight sock yarn. And it's going to be just the skein. There might be some months that I throw in some extra goodies. That will be a surprise because you're not going to know about it beforehand. So I would love it if you would be a part of that. And I'm really excited for the colors and the colorways. But yeah, so that will be, it will just be a skein of yarn. I forget, I might have added an option where you could get a sock set. I can't remember. I don't think I did though. I think it's just a single skein of yarn. But yeah, and then extra goodies here and there. So that's going to start in October. And I have all the information for that on the website under the monthly sock yarn subscription. Or fingering weight. I forget what I called it. That's so bad. I'll put a picture of the photo up that I have for that. It's nothing fancy or anything. But yeah. So I think that is it for this episode. I know there's things that I'm forgetting. I feel like it anyway. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I will see you next time. Bye.